Hello Bookish friends, welcome to my August wrap-up part 1. In this video, I will talk about the books that I finished in the first half of the month. And like I did in my previous videos, I will insert the clips that I recorded very soon after I finish those works. Today is the 3rd of August and I finished my first book of the month, which was Bake, Battle and Roll by Leighann Dobbs. This was my latest book that I'm reading for Lexi Baker mystery series. In this book, Lexi finds herself a part-time job in a holiday resort in which she works for replacing the dessert chef there. And while working there, chef of the resort is killed, who's actually quite despised by his crew, is found murdered. And of course, Lexi is the one who finds the body. Lexi, along with her grandmother's friends, whom they call themselves Ladies Detective Agency, try to solve the mystery behind this chef's death. There are some books that are just pure fun. And this one was just like that. The mystery was better than the previous books, but still it's not the mystery that makes this series so enjoyable to listen to. It's the quirkiness of the characters and some absurd things that the grandmother's gang finds themselves into. I also quite like Lexi and her fiancé Jack, but when the grandmother and her friends are involved in the mystery, I have to admit I like those books in the series much better than the other ones. I think Leighann Dobbs is quite a good writer who always keeps the tempo intact. Overall, I gave Bake, Better and Roll by Leighann Dobbs a 7 out of 10. Today is the 8th of August and I finished the second book of the month, which was the book that I was reading with Amy at Sobek. I think the 11th book in Love at Stay series, titled The Sexiest Vampire Alive. In this book, we follow Gregory, who has been turned into a vampire latest, so he is considered a novice in the vampire world. Although he is quite successful in corporate business, he has to learn to fight in contrast with the older vampires. He is one day tasked to make a deal with the President of the United States. And when he goes to the meeting, he becomes very much impressed by the lesser-known daughter of the President, Abby. Abby is also instantly attracted to Gregory. In order not to spoil the corporation, she decides not to act on her attraction. I think I liked the female character in this book the best compared to the heroines in the previous books. Abby was a very sensible girl, so being a very successful chemist, she is also quite clever, quick with it. Last but not least, she is very loyal to her family, which makes her a very likable heroine for me. I also think Gregory is quite a good male lead. Therefore, the scenes between them were quite good. And also there were some plot developments involving side characters, which also made me very glad to finally happen. But reading experience with Amy is always great. So I gave The Sexiest Vampire Alive by Kerrelyn Sparks an 8 out of 10. Hello Bookish friends, it is actually the 12th of August. However, I had an extended weekend, 3 days holiday in the Greek island Lesbos. During that trip, I finished 2 more books. The first book that I finished was the book that I was reading with Kristin at Enter the Book, The Hypnotist's Love Story by Liane Moriarty. In this book, we follow Ellen, who's a hypnotist, through online dating, meets a widower, Patrick, with an 8-year-old son, Jack, and Ellen is very impressed with him. However, there is one big problem. Patrick's ex-girlfriend, Saska, is also his stalker. After a quite quick breakup, she was unable to let go of Patrick. Ellen is at first intrigued. However, as time passes and their relationship gets to a more serious level, she becomes annoyed why Patrick is not informing the police about Saska after just one failed attempt. And we follow the story through the point of view of two main female characters, Ellen and Saska. I was quite surprised that this book was more than 400 pages long and actually fitted to the Big Books Summer Challenge. Because when I was reading the book, I could read it very quickly, and the writing style of Moriarty was very capturing again. I thought the general plot of the book was very interesting and quite intriguing to read. I also quite learned many things about hypnotism. Maybe because we were following the book from the point of view of the two main female characters. And what fascinated me the most about this book was how we feel quite sorry for Saska. Being a very clever woman like Ellen, it was sad to see how she became so weak and vulnerable to just one man. Also, reading this book with Kristin and discussing it with her was a great bud reading experience. I'm very glad that she is one of my bud reading pals as well. Overall, I gave The Husband's Secret by Leighann Moriarty an 8 out of 10. The second book that I finished was the book club book that was very recently chosen as the first book that we will read for our new reading season. The book was called Cümbezin Kızı by Ülkü Demiray. In this book, our narrator is Hacer, who has been living in Cyprus in the first half of the 20th century and has been sold to merchants who come from Arabic origins as very young brides. And Hacer tells her very sad story, beginning from the time that she went to take her wedding picture taken, and subsequently her married life and beyond, in lands which are not her home country. Although the plot of this book is quite sad, it is very horrific when you think about those girls who wed when they were only teenagers. This book is also about the longing that one feels away from home, and also the desire to return to being a clueless and a sinless little girl. When I was reading this book, I felt like I was reading a fairy tale story, but unfortunately this fairy tale story is very bitter and sad. Writing style was incredibly good. And I did not know about this very shameful thing in the past of the Cyprus Turks. And I cried quite a bit in the end. It was a book that really touched my heart. So I gave Cümbezin Kızı by Ülkü Demiray a 9 out of 10. So those were the 4 books that I finished in the first half of August. Please comment down below, have you read any of the books that I mentioned in this video? And what do you think of them? If you're a new viewer, first of all, welcome. Please like and subscribe. Hope to see you very soon. Bye. As for Turkish word of the day, I'm going to choose bake. Bake means pişirmek in Turkish, and pişirmek is our Turkish word of the day. Have a good day.